Hi, a very good morning. It's a beautiful, crispy winter morning in Hong Kong. And today I'm going to make something which is very, very classical Kashmiri dish called Yakhni Pulao. And I'll talk about the word Yakhni and how it is tied into the Silk Route. But before that, I just wanted to show you this. That is the Hong Kong's new stadium. It's state of the art. It's about 500 meters from my house. It's a whole complex. And you can see that skin, the stadium skin, it actually changes color as the sun rays changes. It's really state of the art. And you're going to have Coldplay there in April, and of course the Hong Kong Sevens, six sevens rugby, very famous. I'm going to be out there. It's opening, I believe, end of Jan, early Feb. So yeah, that's the stadium, stone throw away from my house. And I'll come back and just came back from my run. We're going to take you through what Yakhni is and how to make that. So let me take this Yakhni through. So I've had Yakhni in Kashmir, and it's from Persia, it's from Iran, and there are various versions of Yakhni. If you go to, for instance, in Istanbul, it's called Yakhni, or Turkey, it's called Yakhni. But if you go to like Poland, Bulgaria, it's called Yakhnia. Right? The cooking is the same. It's basically yogurt-based stew. That's what Yakhni. Yakhni is basically a stew, and mostly it's mutton or chicken or even beef. Right? So I'm going to make chicken Yakhni, and I'm going to make chicken Yakhni Pulao. Now that's another interesting bit. Pulao, the word, right? Again, it originates from Persia, Iran. It's called Pulao, or Pilao. And when it came to India, it became Pulao, especially in the northern part of India, especially Lucknow. And then when it went westwards to Greece, it became Pilaf. And then when it went to Italy, it became Paella. So that's the kind of variation of how dishes become different in different parts of the world, where the ingredients even the same. So I'm going to make Yakhni Pulao, classic Persian dish, very popular in northern part, especially Kashmir. So that's the dish I'm going to make. Show you the preparation. Not a very difficult dish to make, but amazingly tasty. Hi, so I'm going to just marinate the chicken for cooking the Yakhni. So if we can come here, it's a must to have bones in the meat, not boneless meat. So what we're going to do first is put the yogurt. Again, I'm cooking about 8 drumsticks. No measure, but just about 1 cup of yogurt, and then I'm going to put in sliced red Indian onion. I bought these, so some I'm going to keep for later. This is for cooking. Then ginger goes in. Right, this will I'll marinate it for about an hour, and then 2 whole green chili goes in there, and then these are all whole spices. Right, there is no powder spices. Right, in this part of the world, that's how they do it. So I put in 1 star anise. I'm going to put in 1 black cardamom. If you're making this in mutton, preferable is 2 black cardamom. Maybe I'll put 1.5 black cardamom. I'll put about 5 pieces or 6 pieces of green cardamom, and about 5 cloves. 5 pieces of cloves goes in, and the important ingredient is fennel seeds, right? So as you know, Kashmiri cooking, there's a lot of fennel seeds used, especially in the Rogan Josh. So that goes in. So that's it, and I'm going to basically marinate this and keep it and come back and show the cooking. Hi, so this is cooking time. So Yakhni Pulao is made in 3 steps. So first I'm going to make the chicken. I will cook it to about 80% done. Then I'll drain the Yakhni, and then put the rice and the meat, and then the Yakhni, the soup, which is what the rice will cook in. I'm using basmati rice, obviously, and I'll soak the basmati rice for 20 minutes, which is what I would recommend if you're making this dish. So that's the start, that's the process. So let me just start. And it's a very simple dish. The only thing that gets little, laborious would be the straining the Yakhni. So, well, I put about 3.5 cups of mustard oil. I've smoked it. I'm cooking in mustard oil because that's the way in the traditional Kashmiri dish. You can use any cooking medium, and again, the idea is not to brown the onions too much, because you don't want it to be, the chicken has to be white, right? It's the whole idea is to have it white. So as soon as the chicken is done, the onion is done, I'm going to put the chicken. So that goes in. So I'm going to just cook this for a while, and then make sure I don't bruno this, because the idea is to keep it white, and come back and take the process of straining the yakhni and making the pulao. Well, I'm making the yakhni, if you can see it. So I'm going to just cook this chicken with the yakhni for about 25 minutes, bring it to about 85% cooked, and then I will take the next step. I'm going to slow cook this for about 20-25 minutes, and then drain the yakhni, put the rice, and we are on. Okay, so I've cooked the chicken for about 80% done. What I'm going to do is I'm now just going to remove the chicken, because I want to strain the yakhni. So I'm going to just remove the chicken pieces and put them aside and drain the yakhni, and then take the last step of putting the if you want, instead of this, you can also put all the spices, whole spices, in a small bag, muslin bag. That way you don't have to strain it, but I prefer doing this way because the fragrance is much more better and distributed. So that's it. I'm going to now drain this yakhni and make the pulao. Yeah, so that's it, right? So we'll come back, and the rice, basmati rice, it's been soaked and for 20 minutes, and it's all ready to go. So I'm going to strain the yakhni in this, right, so that the whole spices come out, and we're going to do the last step of cooking the pulao. I put about 2.5 teaspoons of ghee. To that I'll add the cinnamon and black cumin seeds a little bit. It gives a beautiful fragrance. So that goes in, and as it is crackling, I'm going to basically braise a little bit of this chicken that I've taken out. I'll just braise it a little bit so that it gets the little bit of caramelized with the ghee. Very lightly braise it, and as it's done, all I'm going to do then is add the rice. Right? Add the rice. Spread the rice out, and then add the yakhni. And again, this is important. You need to know how long you need to cook your rice, because when I strain it for 20 minutes, typically my rice is done in 10 to 12 minutes, especially if it's a long grain, old basmati rice. Because again, basmati new and old has its own thing. So that's it, it's done. At this stage, I'll always do a salt taste to see if the salt is okay. Yeah, because you're going to be a little bit more salty because the rice is going to absorb the salt. And I'm just going to then cover it up, and done. So that's yakhni, pulao. Friends are coming over tonight. Another dish from Bordo's kitchen, the first in 2025. So here, wishing you all a wonderful, happy 2025. Till next time from Bordo's kitchen. Signing off. Bye.